Hello and welcome to this episode of Kennedy Saves the World. I had a very important weekend where I realized that the quality of life is directly proportional to the quality of meats. And here to break down exactly what I mean and go deeper into this hypothesis is none other than the host of Fox News Saturday Night and Fox Across America, Jimmy Failla.
Not only am I the right guy to distill this information because I look like I get paid in spare ribs, but I was part of this
It was incredible.
supply chain of magic
Yeah.
that took place this weekend
Yeah.
at your place. I guess that's upstate New York. Is that fair? I don't
That's
like
fair.
to give out details because
No.
people will show up. But unfortunately for you, you'll show up. Not unfortunately for us. The whole thing was a cry for help. We basically got there at like 11 p.m. at night and didn't stop drinking or eating until I left. And by the way, that didn't mean the drinking and eating stopped. Not in the car. Not in the cabin because we left behind a wake-up quiche as a token of our appreciation.
That was the most incredible thing. So I've never hosted people who brought their own food.
Yes.
And then smoked it to perfection. So as we've discussed, like, very happy to have the Traeger, the wood pellets, and we have been experimenting with different cuts of meat and how long it takes and getting to know the machine, and it is revolutionary.
Yep.
But having two people step in with PhDs in Traegering was a thing of beauty because we had so many ribs and we had so many chicken drumsticks and we had burgers, we had kielbasa, we had so I looked at this dinner spread and I said to myself, if I don't have the meat sweats by 11 o'clock tonight, we've failed.
Yo, it's not until you watch Jenny and I cook for other people that you realize how much unhappiness there is in our marriage. I'm kidding.
Agree to disagree.
I'm
Like,
kidding.
it
No, we
was
had a great time.
harmonious.
Of course it was.
But you guys give and go. Like,
yes.
you're on the burgers. You got the gluten-free panko. You've got the system. You've got the butter. You've got the pan. And then you finish them in the oven.
It is
and Jenny's got 3 giant full racks of ribs on the Traeger with chicken drumsticks.
Yeah.
Like turning and burning and poking.
No, we got it done. And just to give everybody some insight as to what we're saying. Okay, when we talk about this quality of life argument and it being proportional to the food in your life, you don't need money to do any of these things.
No.
Okay.
That's one thing I realized when the weekend was done.
Can I tell you how much a giant pork shoulder cost? About $9.
Yeah.
Okay. The point is, if you know how to cook it and you know how to prioritize the time it takes to cook it, because that's what's really taking the edge off and giving you that quality of life win, is barbecue works because it takes 10 or 12 hours.
Yes.
So you've got to be there listening to your music. I've heard some people drink while they cook. Personally, I wouldn't know anything about that.
I heard a rumor that there was a circle of people on the deck who were assessing the Traeger while smoking cigars and drinking bourbon.
Some people like to smoke and listen to 80s music, and I don't know, shoot heroin in their toes. I've heard it. I've never seen it. I'm kidding. But yes, we drank and it becomes its own form of meditation.
Yes.
Because you're just there.
And it makes you slow down.
Thank you.
That's the thing about barbecue and cigars. Like they're two things in life that really make you slow down and stay in the moment. And it's not like, this hyper intense cooking where you're like, and stuff's on fire and you're running around the kitchen and things have to be cooled and other things have to be combined and reduced and you're so stressed. There is no, the quality of life also, you give up on the idea of perfection, which gives you a better outcome in the end.
Yes, you cook barbecue slow and low. So you're throwing that smoker at 225, and I'm just going to be doing stuff for the next 12 hours. And at some point, I'm going to be eating a life-changing amount of food, maybe for the worst.
Those ribs were the best thing. And we had good ribs a few weeks ago. Those ribs were the best thing I've ever had.
There's a good rib, right?
Insane.
And, hold on now, just so you guys know what happened, okay? I'm going to give you a head count first and foremost. You two, us two, 5 of us? 6 of us. There were 6 of us. 6 of us had 3 full racks of ribs, 5 pounds of cheeseburgers, 25 drumsticks, 4 smoked Polish kielbasas, a bowl of baked beans anyone could sit in. We probably could have all sat in it. Like if we wanted a hot tub.
We actually reheated them on Sunday
12 pounds of coleslaw, not a corn on the cob. We had a field. We actually decimated a farm.
Corn.
That's what that Tom Holman ice raid.
And a vat of chopped watermelon.
And a vat, because we had 4 watermelon on site for 6 people. It was disgusting.
Oh,
but in all the best ways, the thing you need to know about the Faillas is we had the kind of Irish goodbye Sunday morning to get back because our dog sitter had to go AWOL at 5 a.m. So the class move we make is we get out of bed and make a tater tot quiche with all of the leftover meat.
But while that was cooking, you guys also stripped your beds and
Oh,
did the
we're
towels and
pro-guests.
cleaned everything.
We're pro-guests.
So I was like, I'm going to get up at 8:45. I'm going to be up in plenty of time. Failures aren't going to leave till 10. We'll get to have some
We were like home at 10.
coffee, enjoy the morning light. No. I got up and it was like, hello?
No, the Failures travel.
Do I have friends? No?
We travel like the Baltimore Colts. So the Colts, when they decided they were moving to Indianapolis in 1982, they just packed a bunch of Mayflower vans in like the dead of night at like 3 a.m. and just wandered off to Indianapolis.
Is that true?
Yeah, that's how we leave Ohio, too. Everywhere we go, we usually leave at like 2, 3 in the morning and get on the road, and you get 6 hours in before you have a head start. It's like we're escaping Alcatraz. By the time the authorities find a raft in the ocean, we're already on Angel Island. But the point is, good food with good people, it's all you need in this world. And you don't need money.
Don't go anywhere. More Kennedy Saves the World right after this.
And my favorite moment of the whole weekend, and there weren't many to choose from because I can't remember a lot of it, but there was a moment on like Saturday afternoon, right? Where it was me, you, Emily. I could see Jenny out on the grill doing a few things.
Yeah.
So she was making ribs. She was smoking kielbasa. She was seasoning drumsticks. But we were in the kitchen doing other things. And I realized like it was 4 or 5 people that have a really high functioning autism that all needed a task. Like there was, it's not that you needed to delegate something to Emily, but you needed to for her sake. Like she needed to be doing something. If she wasn't washing it or cutting it or shucking it, whatever the hell she was doing, if we didn't find some pots to watch, Lincoln was going to have the night of his life. I mean, this girl needed a task at all times, as did we. But you realize, like, for, as much as we make fun of ourselves, we're all very high-functioning people to have the jobs that we do. Yeah. And it was so powerful to watch us collaborate on a meal the way we did.
Yes.
It was like, I felt like I was like a Beatle. You know how, everybody had their own little thing, and we had a John and a Paul and a George and a Ringo.
We talked about the Beatles.
And we fabbed forward a barbecue, and it was the greatest barbecue anyone could ever
hope to eat. It made me realize, like, a wonderful, high quality of life is simple.
It is.
And so I remember watching my grandparents when they were in their 70s. They would have cocktail hour every night with their friends. They all lived on the same lake. And they would just take dishes to everyone's house and have like a potluck every night. And I'm like, that is the ideal. Like that is the dream, to work as hard as you possibly can.
Yeah.
And not to have like yachts and mansions and things that require a lot of upkeep and keep you up at night because you're worried about how you're going to fund that. It's to have a good, simple life that boil down to like awesome friendships and great food.
Officer.
And a restraining order and guns.
It was amazing.
And we didn't see the bear.
We never saw the bear.
Yeah.
So her cabin is notorious for a bear who likes to visit.
Especially after there's some smoked meat wafting through the air.
Yeah, we really rolled the dice because that was, by my account, we cooked, I think, 17 pounds of meat.
It's not an exaggeration.
For 6 people. Yes. There were no survivors. It was amazing, but it was so good. And we just drank some whiskey or some beer. You made maybe a nice mojito, whatever that was. It was great.
Yeah.
And it was
a watermelon gimlet.
It was a perfect weekend is what it was.
It was beautiful, Joe.
And there's no one watching this that can't afford to do it. It was that cheap.
I was even thinking about the fire pit. It's like a circle of rocks, and then big rocks in a circle, and then logs in the middle of the circle that you turn into a campfire.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
That was amazing. And we sat around it with a Bluetooth speaker. Again, cheap. Our Wonder Boom that we use.
That was amazing.
Her and I bought that in Michigan. I forget where we were in Michigan. It was a stand-up show that Tudor Dixon came to with her frisky mom. And she knows this. Mrs. Dixon knows I call her frisky. And we went into a Best Buy and bought a $40 Bluetooth speaker that has seen everything.
Yeah.
It's been 3 years now.
3 years, and this is the first time that you realize that the plus and minus buttons on the side were actually the volume buttons.
So back to that point about people drinking when they barbecue. Kennedy's tour manager, because I was talking about the speaker, and I'm like, yeah, it's a great speaker. The reception's flawless, but it doesn't have a lot of juice in terms of volume. And he's like, how about you hit this plus button over here? Because the front of it, not the top console where power on and off is, not the top console where the Bluetooth button is. The front of it just has a pink plus and a pink minus that really looked to me like decor. Like, oh, I get what they're doing here. Up or down, I don't know. But I swear to you, on all that is holy, 3 years after I bought it, I found out it had a volume button. 3 years. I thought you controlled it with the phone.
You realize, like, that's a really amazing speaker.
It's the greatest speaker ever. It's called a Wonder Boom, I believe. I don't endorse it. I don't know them. They don't know me. It was $40.
Well, between Traeger and Wonder Boom, I think we found our 2 new sponsors.
Yeah, how about it? Let's get some cash in here.
Placencia Cigars.
Shout out to Placencia Cigars, who sent me a care package because I mentioned them on Saturday night knowing nothing about them.
Yeah.
I said, hey, I was at a cigar bar in Cleveland, and I was just smoking this Placencia cigar they were promoting. It was actually, like, incredible.
Yeah.
The next day, I get, like, a letter from, like, the CEO who's like, you got to try the rest and send me the rest.
Wow.
So I brought them up to you.
No, every single one was amazing.
They were amazing. So give us the sponsorship money, but we don't need it because the point is, it's a cheap date.
Yeah.
It was cheap, but it was so good.
Yeah, but it'll be, seriously, you can replicate it with ease, and it'll be the best time of your life. Jim, on to the next.
How about it? Are we allowed to have a next? I thought we were supposed to go out on top. I don't think we should ever hang out again. That was that good. We should quit. But
Do you remember? Do you remember talking about, I'm going to buy a motorcycle. And
I'm going to put it up here.
Store it here.
I'm still gonna.
You can ride it. You can ride it.
Yeah.
But when I come here, it's my motorcycle.
There were a lot of promises made around the campfire, several of which are going to be kept. You'll see.
I can't wait.
Coming.
Anything over s'mores. This has been Kennedy Saves the World, along with Jimmy Failla. I'm Kennedy.
Listen ad-free with a Fox News Podcast Plus subscription on Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Prime members can listen to this show ad-free on the Amazon Music app.
Oh, go ahead and leave me a review while you're there. I'd love to hear what you have to say. You've been listening to Kennedy Saves the World on the Fox News Podcast Network.